Guess I gotta hit it 2 times. I just gotta keep making sure that I'm on air. Alright guys, so wow, what a MVP month it has been. The grind has been surreal. I ain't even gonna cap. But okay, let's jump right into the video. I don't want to waste any more time. Today, there's going to be 2 broadcasts. The first one is going to be a chapter on Defend My Honor, which is a legendary MVP member who, you know, everything about him screams determination, screams will to win, screams improvement, screams just wanting to be better for yourself. Henceforth will be better for MVP. So the second broadcast is going to be about MVP's 4th generation. So today let's jump into this. Let's do this. So I wrote this Sunday, October 2nd, 2016. It's Defend My Honor's journey of becoming the 4th lieutenant of 4th generation and 2nd and 4th lieutenant of 2nd generation. So here we go. Defend My Honor is MVP's greatest underdog in history. Also, he's the only member in history to be nicknamed Fusion, meaning both the 2nd and 4th generations dwell within inside himself. To the ascent where he, sorry, my bad, I haven't read this in a long time. To the ascent where he could overcome difficult tasks put in front of him. Furthermore, the founder of MVP, Blackmacheesemo, nicknamed Defend, aka Junior, the Wolverine, for being a badass and whooping ass in the fam for nearly 5 years now. The 3rd captain of MVP nickname, oh yeah, alright, let me read this a little bit good here, my bad, it's been a long time. Oh, you're getting PS5? That's not bad. We never talked. Yeah, alright. So let me continue the story, sorry. So furthermore, the founder of MVP, Blackmacheesemo, nicknamed Defend, aka Junior, the Wolverine, for being a badass and whooping ass in the fam for nearly 5 years now. The 3rd captain of MVP, nicknamed the Prodigy by his teacher, the 2nd cap, proclaimed Defend My Honor his toughest opponent in the 3rd captain tournament. Also, the original Lieutenant WWE FS acknowledged Defend as a great player that understands the rules and regulations of the fam. Furthermore, WWE FS, aka Aleem Jabbar, stated, Defend My Honor is a good strategist that has all the captain qualities of being a future leader because he thinks like a leader and knows what to do in any match to win. He joined MVP March 22nd, 2012 on the map Yemen. It's on fixed because Ray's tracking is... yeah? Okay. But on the other team, not MVP. Basically, it was Defend, a couple of randoms versus the 1st Lieutenant Blackmacheesemo. Your face is bleeding and hear him. During the match was fast paced as usual because Cheesemo took the sides of the map, circulating consistently. While Hiram was running back and forth to the far left, Your Face is Bleeding plays somewhat like Cheesemo, meaning he was doing 1st gen strat, taking the side, spawn trapping, and circulating back and forth with the spawn switch. Furthermore, Defend was going negative along with his entire team because his strategy was predictable, since he was going left side and middle on Yemen. Also, Defend showed great determination during the middle of the match by not rage quitting while his opponents MVP were dropping endless UAV, counter UAV, lightning strikes, stealth chopper, war machine, and orbital VSET. The 3 original pioneers were enjoying dropping infinite streaks, but respected the few players that stayed in the match. Therefore, since Blackmacheesemo was on top of the lobby in most kills, Defend send the founder of MVP a friend request, and Junior's MVP career began. Alright. This is a very good lieutenant, so I hope you guys enjoy the chapter moving forward here. Okay, so once the game finished, Defend My Honor sent Cheesemo a message asking if he can join MVP. Cheesemo told Defend, this is a family. This fam is open to anyone over their own free will. So before the 3 original pioneers searched for another match, Cheesemo explained to Hiram and Your Face is Bleeding on the new member of 2nd Gen. Your Face is Bleeding stated, Cheese, is that a good idea to bring in someone in MVP that doesn't know what they're doing on each map? Also, his KD isn't all that well rounded. Hiram stated, Cheese, if MVP keeps getting bigger, we're probably going to have to play Ground War, and I hate Ground War. Blackmacheesemo told both of them, guys, MVP is a place where good and bad players can join, have fun playing with each other, and improve in BO2. Cheesemo continued to say, listen, I understand what you're saying, but we can't become the best in the world with just 3 people. We need an army to accomplish our goal. Afterwards, those two understood, and MVP got a whole lot more interesting. In this era, Cheesemo always guaranteed victory to kids like Defend that never had a true taste of winning. The next week, all of the 2nd Gen and 1st Gen were assembled to play some Ground War. The MVP members in the party were Your Face is Bleeding, Crazy Killer, and Defend My Honor. The lieutenants were WWE and Blackmacheesemo. Also, last but not least, Hiram joined the party, which allowed us to finally head to the battlefield. But before we went online, WWE and Hiram said something to Cheesemo that made Cheese think of MVP's future. The original lieutenant said, Troy, honestly, I've played with you from the very beginning of MVP, and you should be the next captain of the fam. Once WWE said that, everyone in the party fully agreed with Jabbar's intentions and encouraged Cheesemo to accomplish this important task. Blackmacheesemo stated, I'm not sure if I'm ready to be captain. Plus, being leader is a big responsibility, and I don't believe I'm ready. Hiram said, Cheese, you'll make a great leader, because you're always on top of the leaderboard and highest kills in the lobby. Your Face is Bleeding said, yeah, you're the strongest in MVP. I'll only follow you, bro, no one else. Therefore, Cheese took those words in consideration. Even Defend My Honor, only being an MVP for a week, messaged Cheesemo because in that era he didn't have a mic and stated, you're the best, you'll be a great leader. Blackmacheesemo said thanks to everyone, including Junior. So we all went online and completely destroyed online competition. Junior, aka Defend, was going even per game, and deep down in Cheesemo's heart, he knew one day Defend will become a great COD player. During the ongoing months, goddamn, I wrote this a long time ago. My sentence is a little weird, kid. During the ongoing months of 2012, Defend was slowly mastering 2nd Gen strategy by spawn trapping and holding down the area in a map that everyone goes to get kills. Junior struggled to hold down an area for a long period of time because in this era his accuracy wasn't as fast enough to kill the enemy for him to drop endless streaks. Also, his strategy wasn't that flawless because of his gun setups in that era. Junior used the light machine guns and a few assault rifles on difficult occasions. Therefore, even though Defend was struggling to emerge in the top 10 of each lobby he played, even though most games Defend went negative to the point where most COD players would quit, Junior always persevered and kept playing at 100% each game he played. He showed Cheesemo that future MVP members to join the fam generations to come would consistently get better. In the year 2013 was a new era in MVP called 3rd Generation, and Defend My Honor's power level was over 9,000. During the beginning of the year, Defend had mastered all the light machine guns, assault rifles, and submachine guns. Also, Defend started playing other game modes in BO2 such as Domination, Kill Confirm, and Free For All, which is where he learned how to stay alive longer and drop endless streaks by playing these game modes. By playing these game modes made Junior master 2nd gen strat. So when he partied up with the founder of MVP, he completely shocked Cheesemo with his new abilities. Defend was playing team deathmatch with Cheesemo, trying to get even more kills than the fastest MVP member in history, but couldn't yet get more kills. Furthermore, in this era, compared to the 2nd generation, he was always top 5 in game lobbies, which showed Cheesemo that this kid has a lot of determination and the MVP will to win no matter what. Also, before the new pioneers showed up, Defend was in a party with Cheesemo, WWE and Your Face is Bleeding. These 4 went online in TDM whooping ass, as usual. Therefore, since Jabbar and Brandon were in the lobby, Defend was consistently top 5 of the lobby. But by playing with the fam in a new generation made him start running around the map with them. So basically, Defend mastered 3rd gen strat, which allowed him to drop streaks like Lightning Strike, Hailstorm, Care Package, and Stealth Chopper. In the middle of the 3rd gen, Edward the First Cap, nicknamed the Origin and skill with every gun in BO2, made his return, and everyone was excited to see if he's all talk or the real deal. So Cheesemo invited Edward to the party with Your Face is Bleeding, Here WWE, Bleeding, and Defend. We decided to play TDM. Everyone, including Defend, were completely shocked that there was another COD player in the fam that rivaled Cheesemo in kills. So Cheesemo had to prove to himself that he was the best of the best. By challenging the first cap, 2 months later during the nighttime, meeting the new pioneers, which were the current 1st Lieutenant of 3rd gen Hockey Gagney, 2nd Lieutenant of 3rd gen Codfather, and Gabe, the current 3rd Lieutenant of that decade. Therefore, as stated in previous chapters, Cheesemo became the 2nd captain of MVP, and Cheesemo told Edward that he was going to take MVP to heights unimaginable. So the next day, the 2nd cap decided to have some ground war action. Since there was tons of MVP members online waiting to party up, the 2nd cap invited the 1st cap, Codfather, Your Face is Bleeding, WWE, Hear Him, Crazy Killer, DefendMyHonor, Daniel the Soldier, and Bleeding. This party looked so stacked that everyone was getting fired up for some online battles. So we ended up on the match Turbine. The game mode was Domination, and Cheesemo along with Edward was carrying the team in kills. Also, it was a clan war. The rest of the fam were struggling to get kills, which allowed the other team to get orbital and sentry guns. Therefore, Edward rage quit. We ended up losing, and Cheesemo realized that he would have to start training everyone in every map in the game. So a defeat like that won't happen again. During the end of the 3rd generation, Cheesemo felt like there should be a 3rd captain, but nobody wanted to do a tournament because they felt comfortable with him leading. One morning, Cheesemo was playing on the map Rush with DefendMyHonor and heard Junior's voice for the first time because he bought a mic. While they were playing, Cheesemo was lagging and lost his motivation to play COD because his greatest rival went to Xbox for a little. Furthermore, while he was thinking negative, Junior dropped 25 kills, putting him at the top of the game lobby and higher than Cheesemo for the first time. Defend said to Cheesemo, "Listen, you of all people shouldn't be complaining about going even because I used to get that for an entire year back in the day. Cheese, you're a great player, and the road to 4th gen won't be easy, but you could do it." In the year of 2014, the era of 4th generation, Defend became one of MVP's best players and helped Cheese find that era of new MVP members. But it was the founder of MVP that founded the first member, Super Hype, on Advanced Warfare. He found the Road to Loyal on the map Rush in BO2. Then together with Road to Loyal, they found a young prince. Road to Loyal brought in Royal Diamond, told Cheesemo, and they met on Drone. Then Royal Diamond brought in Suicide Leaguer, which Cheesemo met on the map Carrier. Therefore, the 4th gen was blowing up with new faces and outstanding players that changed the landscape of MVP. So Cheesemo made a party. He invited Defend and Royal to Loyal. We went online to play some TDM on Turbine, where we met Pam. He was the leader of another clan, but he badly wanted to join MVP, nearing the end of the 4th gen. At first, the 2nd cap was wondering if he was being serious, but Defend was okay with it. So Cheesemo was too. In the year 2015, still the decade of 4th generation, Cheesemo decided to promote the best players of 4th gen to Lieutenant because he felt one of them could be his successor. So after the 4th gen became the strongest gen in MVP, Cheesemo knew they mastered all the previous gens and made sure their 1v1s were at their peak. Therefore, Defend was promoted to the 4th Lieutenant of 4th gen, which is how he earned the nickname Fusion in MVP history. During that year, the 2nd cap was telling each lieutenant their opponents for 3rd captain tournament, and almost every lieutenant was worried about their opponent. Junior was up against the 6th lieutenant of 4th gen Super Pig, which was one of the 5 people in the party on Hijack, which made the 4th gen become the strongest, beating the other team 75-5. Defend was worried about his opponent, but deep down he knew. Goddamn. Deep down he knew all he's. What? Deep down he knew what? Deep down he knew all the stuff he's done for the fam, and he was completely ready. The day of the tournament was epic and very emotional for all lieutenants going for 3rd captain. Once it got to Defend's turn, he won instantly because Super Pig didn't come online in time and missed his match. So it was the semifinals. Defend went up against the original lieutenant WWE, who he thought was going to beat him and become 3rd cap. Matter of fact, Junior thought everyone but himself was going to win. Therefore, the match started, and Defend was doing 2nd gen strat versus WWE's 1st gen strategy, which made the match close through thick and thin. Defend had the lead by 2 kills and beat Jabbar, which brings us to the finals between Royal to Loyal, the 1st lieutenant of 4th gen versus DefendMyHonor, 4th lieutenant. Before the match started, Cheesemo messaged Royal to Loyal saying, "This is it, the finals. You better give it your all." Continuing the legacy of a 1st lieutenant winning the big one. Cheesemo then messaged Junior saying, "I'm so proud of you, Defend. For years you've proved that you're the greatest underdog, but now you're going to prove that you're the best in MVP. So use a light machine gun and do 2nd gen strat." The match started. It was counting down. Cheesemo said, "Finally, remember guys, MVP for the win." During the match, DefendMyHonor was using his 2 best guns at the time, which was a AK-47 and an M8. Royal to Loyal was using the SMR with stock. At the beginning of the match, Defend had the lead by 3 kills and didn't allow Royal to Loyal to throw his motivation to the win away. Furthermore, Royal to Loyal didn't allow this opportunity to fall out of his hands. So even though Defend was playing unpredictable, Royal managed to tie the match up near the middle of the game. Then, once Defend's lead slipped away, Royal to Loyal started pressuring Defend hard, which gave him a 4-kill lead. Defend still didn't quit, but there was a minute left of the match. It was up to 30 kills, and Royal to Loyal needed 1 more kill. Defend came back with 4 kills, making it 26-29. But Royal to Loyal eventually won and became the 3rd captain of MVP. Everyone, including me, was crying, but that's the emotion we share with each other. Royal to Loyal from that day has said Defend was his toughest challenge in that tournament. Very Funny 2002 was the only 4th gen member to watch these elites battle and instantly fell in love with MVP family. In the year 2016, the era of 5th gen, 2 more pages, Defend had dropped every streak in Black Ops 2 and was master prestige. Defend did over 15 debuts, bringing 5th gen members in the fam, and won each debut, which is a 1v1 to see a new member's potential. Both Defend and Cheesemo lost to Lady Jade. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, so this isn't a part of the chapter, guys, but there was this girl that was making her debut. Her name was Lady Jade, and I don't know. Me and Defend, we already kind of finished training, so we were already kind of warmed up. And this girl, she comes in, she wants to join, and she was really good. And so I'm just gonna keep reading. So Lady Jade on her debut in sniping, that was the funniest day ever, and we were trying the evolution of females in the fam. Was insane. Okay, so yeah. So I didn't really. Okay, so basically, we did her debut, and both me and Defend, we lost. Like, she was going all out. She popped up 2 AGRs. She popped out escort drones. She popped out Katia. We were just laughing so hard because we couldn't believe. Okay, this is how it went. So, Defend did her debut because I'm the captain. Of course, Defend's gonna do her debut. Defend gets whooped, and he's sad. And then, I'm laughing. And then he's like, "Oh yeah, Cheese, you do her debut then." I do her debut. I get mixed up too. She's dropping 2 AGRs, she's dropping this, dropping that, and I'm laughing. This guy's laughing at me, making me laugh. I can't concentrate. I get beat by, I think, 1 kill. I came back, but I think I lost by 1 kill or some shit like that. And I think it was sniping. She beat us both in sniping. It wasn't any gun. And that was the funniest day of me and Defend's doing a debut. Because when you look at debuts in MVP, normally people who do their debuts, they don't win. That's always a thing. They never win. It's really, really rare for someone to win. That's how powerful 9th gen is right now. Because instead of 1 person winning per gen, or sometimes near 0, 3 people in 9th gen so far has won their debut. But anyways, let me get back on the story. There's 1 more page left. But yeah. That happened to us, and then we said we ain't gonna talk about this ever again. We ain't gonna tell anybody. So yeah. So anyways, on April 1st, 2016 was the debut of Gen vs Gen, where past, present, and future generations clashed to prove which is the strongest. The team of Cheesemo's 4th gen was Breezy, the 9th lieutenant, Royal Diamond 3rd lieutenant, Suicide 8th lieutenant, DefendMyHonor 4th Lieutenant, Trevor 2nd Lieutenant, Young Prince 5th Lieutenant, and Pam 10th Lieutenant. The team of Royal was 5th gen, was Conviction, You Dead, Rambo, Commando, King Hydro, Beast, Snips, and Skittles. During the first match on Yemen, both teams displayed true teamwork in TDM. Defend had dropped 4 lightning strikes since the score to win was 100. Also, Defend was consistently protecting his teammates with his M8 and AA94. While Defend was on the map, he did 3rd gen strat and 1st gen strat to declare victory for the team. The next match was on the map Raid, where us 2 caps were determining which generation was the best with snipers. Once the match started, Cheesemo's strategy for his team was working with complete offensive domination, while 3rd Cap's team was playing more defensively. Furthermore, the match came to another win for 4th due to Breezy and Defend's teamwork, plus Royal Diamond coming last minute, my bad. The second sniping match was Standoff, where 5th gen won their first match thanks to Commando. So the last match to determine the best sniping gen was on the map Drome. Therefore, both caps could participate due to the tie. Since Rotolo wasn't good at sniping and Cheese was, gave 4th gen bare advantages. Overall, the 4th generation won and defended their titles as the strongest gen in MVP history. Also, the month after that amazing event, Defend debuted his younger brother AJ in MVP's 5th gen, which makes AJ destined to become a great lieutenant like his older brother. Also, currently Defend changed his name to Nade Shot Optic. Don't Ask me why in the chat. And is the first lieutenant to drop Mothership 4 times in a row in BO3 of 2016. Therefore, Defend's journey to the top is a great tale, and he will be participating again in the 4th Captain Tournament of 2018 to once again test his mettle against the best in MVP. Alright, so to add a little bit more, I didn't really want to expand his chapter, but other than that, on BO3, Defend, we played a lot of games together. You know, sometimes he's on top, sometimes I'm on top. He's dropping the highest streaks, I'm dropping the highest streaks. Then there was a little coup that he joined because, you know, he was kind of friends with Diamond, and he was kind of friends with Suicide, and Diamond was going through this phase where he was losing so much power, and he wasn't really being a big threat anymore, and, you know, he was trying to show off, and he was trying to make these allegations that you know, without him, Suicide on Defend, MVP is gonna die and it's gonna fall apart, and obviously that didn't happen. And then after the coup was concluded and these guys didn't really accomplish their overall task, Defend apologized. He joined back. Same thing with Elijah. Well, no, just Defend. Elijah and Diamond, they kind of parted ways. I didn't see Elijah till 7th gen, and I didn't re-talk to Diamond till maybe, I think, around 7th gen as well. After, I think this was the same time when Tipsy was, he was the new underdog of 7th gen and shit like that. But beyond that, the very last great feat that Defend did was, even though he's been an MVP for, like, he joined in 2012, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So for 5 years, Defend never was really able to beat me in a 1v1 ever. So if you guys want to see that 1v1, all you gotta do is put in MVP Defend My Honor. And yeah, that was pretty much it. You know, I had to make that broadcast because, you know, Defend, the one last thing he never really accomplished in his MVP career was beat me 1 time. And he was able to beat me, I think, 2 times that day or something like that. I can't remember. But it was a good fight. And I just wanted to make this video today because I wanted you guys to see, even people who aren't an MVP, I want you to see how valuable I treat every member. Like I told you guys, when I met Defend, I was still a co-leader at the time. I was not captain yet. And even though I was carrying the fam and shit like that, you know, I didn't really see Defend as a pawn. I always saw him as somebody who is really heartedly driven, and I saw him as somebody that was one day gonna be the guy that is carrying the fam on his back, and he's doing debuts and he's winning and he's just, you know, establishing himself. This kid literally went from somebody who was a nobody, shittiest KD ever, shittiest accuracy timing, shittiest gun setups, shittiest movement, shittiest everything. He was just a shit player, and he went from a shit player into a guy who busted his ass, got promoted to co-leader, and at the same time was able, like, the most emotional cap tournament was 3rd cap, and he made it to the finals. And the reason why it was so emotional, because everybody wanted to be the successor of Cheesemo. Nobody ever thought that there was going to be somebody, especially in my prime Cheesemo, that was ever going to surpass me. There was people in 3rd gen and all the old gens that didn't even want to be promoted to co-leader because they were just fine with me being in charge, with me being the new guy, the new big shot. They were happy with just Edward and Cheesemo. But I was like, you know, one day I'm going to college. One day I'm going to be a police officer. One day I'm not going to be online 5 times a week. But it's not about me. I'll save that for another chapter. All I can say is, Defend My Honor is one of the, hands down, one of the greatest kids I ever met on COD. I'm I always look for people with determination. I think other captains are going to think a lot differently, but I just wanted to read this because it showed progression. It showed that if you really dig deep and you concentrate, you train, you bust your ass, you can make it to the finals of a cap tournament. Look at it this way. If Royal to Loyal for any reason just said, you know what, I'm done with MVP, I want to leave MVP during his captain run, Defend would have became the new third cap. So that's why it's important to make it to the semifinals. But regardless of anything, I'm going to end the stream right now. I want to maybe read another chapter. I'm debating between reading about Chocolate, who nobody knows about, and reading about the very first generation in MVP, so you guys have an idea of what the very, very, very first generation was like. So this is Cheesemo signing out. I appreciate you guys taking the time to read this chapter. I would love if you guys go check out the other chapters we have in the playlist called the MVP book or something like that, or I think it's called MVP book Our Life, or I don't know what the fuck it's called, but it's called MVP book in the playlist, and we have other chapters there that you guys can read on other great lieutenants and stuff like that. So I'll catch you guys later, and I appreciate you tuning in. Peace.